Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today, I know I can't be alone in this, so in the moment I was like, let's talk about this. I love my sisterhood. As much as I talk about, self-love and it being a very personal and sometimes lonely but essential journey to, tune in with yourself and make sure that you have the bandwidth to stand yourself, understand yourself, truly know yourself. Friendship is everything. My friends have been, some of my friends have been along for the journey for at least half of my life. I'm talking 15 years. We all have that group, They call them sandbox friends. And then sometimes we are blessed enough to come along and find people that, we instantly connect. It's like we've always known them. They've always been in our lives. And it's interesting how it can just be so instant and you just know. And there's a lot of information about toxic friends and healthy relationships, healthy sisterhood. And when you come to a certain point in your life, you are tired of games, manipulation, jealousy, envy. And when I mean games, friends that hide criticism and things and jokes and all that petty stuff. We're kind of beyond that in our 30s. Typically, once you get a footing of who you are and what works for you and what don't work for you, you have no problem cutting someone out of your life. And not in a dramatic way, just. But what happens when you feel like, or you have an inkling that a friend, as much as you love them, may be disapproving of all of the good things that are coming to you? And you don't want to be that one to be like, she can't be jealous of me, right? She's not. This has nothing to do with what I got, what you got, right? You don't want you don't want to go there and think that of someone. And you also don't want to come from a place of like where you're an unsupportive friend when someone is trying something new, doing something different, doing something that you're like, look, I know you, but I support you. Do what you need to do. Or going back to something. It could be revisiting something. Now, when I will preface this, the going back to things, getting back with exes, giving them a second chance, rekindling, okay, from the outside looking in, that is a very fine line. I think some of us know how to have the outside looking in, like, look, this person is a danger to you. This person isn't healthy for you. They have broken you over and over and over again, or their behaviors haven't improved. Their behavior hasn't changed. They're lying to you again. We're able to see from a non-emotional place. So if you ask us, we will tell you the truth. Is it always up to you? Do we support you? Absolutely. But I think, too, even with that, there's a fine line between, okay, this is your choice. You're choosing to do this, but don't call me again when this thing is on repeat. And not even from a romantic standpoint. It could be, that boss talks to you crazy. So I don't know why we're here again. That neighbor has no boundaries. Why are we talking about this again? Why are we back beating this dead horse? Yes, in those circumstances, I feel like it is in your best interest to have boundaries with that friend. I wouldn't ghost them. I wouldn't cut the friendship off, but I would just be like, I'm going to pull back a little bit, because you asking for my advice or you needing my support and consoling after we already talked about the consequences, because that this thing is a thing, what am I supposed to do? But when someone ghosts you, I shouldn't even say ghost, but when someone kind of disappears on you and you're like left wondering, what is it? Because those aren't the that isn't the situation, what do you think? How do you process that? You miss this person, you care for this person, you value the friendship, again, you don't want to think anything ill or negative. And then you also have to think about that healing process. Sometimes people need to withdraw. Sometimes people need to take a break from social media. Sometimes people, I don't know, that could be someone else's garage. You want to go down and look? Sometimes you need to silence your phone. Sometimes you need to cut the phone off. That is well within your right. Don't get me wrong. We've all needed silence. We've all needed space. We've all needed, that time. Does it hurt? Absolutely. Okay, baby. But, I think if we are all striving to love ourselves deeper, listen to ourselves harder, be our best friends, connect with ourselves. I don't have anything to do with it. I can't be all up in bed with you. If you need to pull away from me, pull away from me. You don't owe me an explanation. Even though I'm going to worry, even though I'm going to just be like, I hope everything's okay. I think it's human nature to just be like, are you sure? And it's a mature thing to do, to be like, I want to look at myself and make sure I didn't offend anybody. What is it? What could it be? But at the end of the day, I think we just have to have peace, and it always all works out. Everything happens for a reason. If someone is removing themselves from your life, if they come back with an explanation or just say, hey, this is what I was going through, then that is well within your right to accept that, hear them out, blah, blah, blah. But, I had gotten on my Instagram and I was like, oh, I haven't heard from my boo in a while. I'm scrolling. I'm like, no story. And I said, let me go to her page. I think I know her name, underscore. No, that's not underscore, and I'm like, my first thing was like, I know this bitch ain't blocked me. Why the hell would you block me? Then I was like, stop. No, she could have closed out her account or frozen it for a little while or whatever. Whatever you call it. And then the rabbit hole thoughts start flowing. I was like, you know what? Because there are two seasonal people. That's a hard truth too. There are people that, that could have been your ride or die then. But I got to do the mom thing now. I got to do the family thing now. I don't ever want to think that. And let me be honest. Because you might have a new way of thinking, not talking, not doing this. I've never come off and said, oh, what I value, what I would like to call into my life should be your mission too. I understand that someone else's experience, they can't understand why I would want what I want, just like I can't understand why they stand on their square. Seeing another mother in this world always work 2 jobs, always handle her own. Rael, yes? What are you doing? Always take care of her children, never put a man on child support, never ask him or demand and expect him to step up to the plate, never remarry, never date healthy, never heal, never call forth, expectations and like, okay, this we're doing a new thing. I don't want to see my grandkids come up and do the same things I did with my children. That's the growth. That's the honesty. That's the humility. That's what it's. I don't want my children to do anything close to what I did. But I am not threatened by my daughter's beauty, their future, their potential, and all that the world has to offer them. Why would I be threatened by that? Why would I be so in my head and deep-seated in my own pain that I could not then therefore have the feeling of I'm winning too if my yes. What did you put in your hair? What is this sand stuff?
Nothing.
And what is all over your face? Rub that in.
Cream.
What is all Ajwa? Take that shirt off and go get a clean shirt and rub your face in. Oh my goodness. How could I then not be proud? That's the word I'm trying to think of. Proud that my children's children, come on now, are not being better, surpassing me, living better than I ever dreamed. And I can dream pretty big now. Now I like to, okay, I can settle here too. I can grow here too. But I don't want to go to the moon. What do they say? Reach for the stars, land on the moon. I'm fine on the moon. But if my children go to galaxies beyond, God, oh my God. If my sisters, any sister, I don't even have to know you. If I can just see you and know that that is your reality, that is your life. But that is my success. If one more mother cannot have to work to the bone, have good quality health insurance, health care, options, the birth that she wants to have, the home that she wants to have, the balance that she wants to have, the peace that she wants to have, the rest that she wants to have, more babies or no more babies. You know what I mean? If she wants to, whatever it is she wants to call into her life. Because again, everything ain't for everybody. I'm not on this campaign like you gotta remarry, this type of man to feel what I feel, to live the best life. I just said what I like. And I just said, if you are, similar to me and you like the same things and you value the same things, you can do it too. That's all this is really all about. It's not about, persecuting people and trying to convict them to live like you live. And for a woman that doesn't have children or isn't dating the same type of people that you date or isn't trying to do the same, beautiful. This is much better. Yes.
What time is it?
Not time to go to the pool, so you're going to have to be patient and wait. Trying to do the same things that you do. You can't understand her current season, and she definitely can't understand my current season. I'm going to keep it real. I have, again, not on a campaign. I don't want this right now, baby. Not to campaign any one way, but I have been very open about, I believe in child support. Let me use that as an example. I believe that if you're not gonna lead this family and be the man that, look, you don't even have to put it on me. Be the man that your daughter sees, so that she doesn't date a bum, so that she doesn't take her life down and get pregnant at 16 and struggle and have to climb her way out the mud. Let's skip all that. Just show her the type of man that you will be proud for her to be with at prom and, her freshman year of college and all these things. Sleep who you want to sleep with. That's human nature. But don't let it be somebody that's going to ruin your life. So, if nothing else, if you can't do it for me, do it for her. Now, if that still's not enough for a man to say, I'm going to do what I need to do so that my baby girl, blah, 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 blah. If he can't even do that, run me my money so that I can ensure that I can do everything I need us to do for her that you clearly can't do. And I know it's not all about a dollar amount. She needs to have a relationship with him. He needs to pick her up. He needs to spend time with her. But sometimes they don't even want to do that. So now what? At least the money helps. I can buy her what she needs. I can pay for quality tutors, quality daycare, all these things. And that's if this man gets a job. And that's if this man keeps a job. So all these things, So I stand on my child support thing. I do. And what's funny is it's like people think that, you're a bitch for putting that man through that. Look, I didn't make the rules. That's the state in which I live in. He looks at my income. He looks at his income, and the judge decides with the information that he has been presented with who gets what and how it will be allocated. That's the law. Okay? So it ain't just me running up in there trying to tell myself I'm going to clean him out. So If you don't believe in that and you are hell-bent on now fighting the next sister who's getting her money, and you're wrong for that, because I would just handle it. I would just do it on my own. Yeah, I'm doing it on my own too. We're both in the same boat, baby girl. But it's nothing to fight over. It's nothing to, start taking off jewelry and, come here, let me, I can show you better than I can tell you. But I think sometimes we get in our feelings and we feel like we have to take these stances. For what? And I definitely don't want to lose a sister or a true friendship, because that's nothing to me. I don't care. You can work 3 jobs if you want to. The money that I get in my child support, by the time you add up the hours and the time it would take me to get to that job, work that job, wait for that paycheck, no thank you. But if that's your choice and that's what you want to do, because you're an independent woman, and because that's what your mom did, and because that's the life that you think, makes you better, then be my guest. But I don't care. I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm just telling you what I did, just like you're going to tell me what you're going to do, if it ever comes to that. That also don't mean I want to lose you. That also doesn't mean that, I'm better than you. That also doesn't mean that I judge you. That also doesn't mean that, I don't love you, that I don't care about you, that I wouldn't support you, that I wouldn't, that I don't trust you. That doesn't mean any of those things. It doesn't mean any of those things. But at the end of the day, life goes on. And sometimes, sadly, it takes years for people to get out of their own heads, get out of their own way. Reconciliation, forgiveness, closure, all these things. It's a beautiful thing when it finally comes. But sometimes it's like, we wasted months and years believing things that were untrue, believing things that were, I don't know where you got that from kind of vibe. So what if I'm getting married? So what if I'm doing me? That don't have nothing to do with you and I'm friends with you. You're friends with me. So I think that's where a lot of, the advice stems from, as people embetter themselves, because they start looking around, and it can get a little, you're going to leave some people where they need to be. You might get left, but you make sure that you are at a place where you are mature enough to know what is the reasoning behind your actions, your words. Hey, we need to talk, or, you plan, or whatever it is, because I feel like friendship is just so precious. And I saw this post a long, long time ago, and it was like, we don't give friendships. I think I did make a video about this, but the post said we don't give friendships nearly enough credit as we, and not even credit, but, everyone wants to be in love. Everyone wants to have a partnership, a marriage, a relationship. And, I found that one kind of thing, that moment, twin flames, soulmate, all this stuff. But don't forget that a lot of these people were there before this person. Typically, sometimes, a lot of our friendships have survived a lot of other flings and people coming and going. A lot of these friendships have been the thing that kept us anchored through, even if we didn't break up to make up. All relationships have their things. It is a friend that you turn to sometimes to be like, help me remember why I love this man. Keeps you accountable, keeps you like, girl, everybody going through that, blah, blah, blah. It's not that big of a deal, whatever. For me, it was friends that were there when my husband passed away. It was friends that helped me move. It was friends that, as I moved from city to city, they were my constant. It was friends that were the aunties and uncles that were, just there for my children, there for birthdays, holidays, my birthdays. It was friends who I talked to hours on the phone. It is friends who celebrated my wins, celebrated new seasons, celebrated, you know, my dreams and my accomplishments. It was friends who talked me down off of many ledges and, you know, encouraged me and just were there. It is friends that, you know, you don't need to do backflips for. You just show up and be yourself. It is friends who don't need a performance. It is friends who don't need you to bring anything to the table and do the work and all this other nonsense. Friends just love you for who and what you are, and that is it. Who and what you are, and vice versa. And vice versa. You know, so no, I don't want to think that, you know, 75% of this is friends being jealous of your moving up with your thoughts, with your actions, how you show up, how you dress, how you think, where you go. The new you. I don't want to, I hate to think that those people in your life would look at you and be like, what's that all about? And then pull away from you because you're doing a new thing. I don't want to think that. You know? I truly respect everyone. And I said that in another video, you know, I started out a little shaky in the beginning. Oh my God, you know, guess what? I've been like, just thinking more positive, girl. You just got to stay positive. I don't know. It's something about just knowing that it's going to work out, you know, and then just, you know, you're just trying to describe all the things that you've been doing in little ways. And then, oh, but don't take my word for it. I found this article. I found this inspirational speaker. I found this book. I found this YouTube, you know, check it out. Crickets. You know, if they're not ready, they're not ready. It's okay. It's okay. I'm definitely never gonna try to shovel it down your throat. Do I want to sit and listen to you cry and go round and around and around because you don't know how to look at yourself and know that you have the power? It's like you've got the key and you're sitting there, keep going in and out the cage and locking the cage, and then, you know, you get an escape or someone opens the cage and then you like, okay, phew, I just don't understand it. You go back in the cage and you lock the cage. We gotta sit there through that. That is hard, yes. But again, you know, that's when the love come in. You gotta know I love you. You gotta know our friendship is rock solid. If I'm gonna be like, I'm still here, just stop it. So, you know, I was in the middle of still plugging away at this house, you know, trying to do the closets and the drawers and the girls' shoes and the dividers in the drawers and, you know, all the little stuff. I'm still just plugging away. And then that happened. I was like, oh, let's take a moment. Let's breathe, you know. I don't know if I'll get the balls to call or text just to hear her voice and say, girl, I miss you. What you been up to? What you doing? I ain't seen you on Instagram. Yes, I'm stalking you. I don't know. But, you know, I don't know. But I know I can't be alone. Look, maybe y'all know what I should do. Maybe y'all have experience with this. You know, what do you give it some time? You know, has this, you know, maybe I shouldn't do anything. I don't know. But it's also funny when it's like you're thinking of someone, they're thinking of you, and neither one of y'all take the plunge. And then you're like, oh, I've been thinking about you. It's been so long. And every time I started to text you, I didn't. Then you sound fake. So I don't know. Until the next video. Peace. Bye.